Hello, I am Ragnarok, and welcome to the Reckoning. So today we're going to be taking a look at loyalty tokens, loyalty vendors, how, where, and what. We're going to be doing this in the Age of Calamitous mod for Conan Exiles, the game. So we're basically going to be going over the new updated as of the newest patch, at least as of the date of recording this video, where the new loyalty vendor is, because it used to be handcrafted and now it's an actual vendor on the map. What some of the items, or what the items are that she has, what loyalty tokens are, how you get them, what they're used for, and we'll look at the stats or whatever that the items from the loyalty vendor are or have, whichever. Anyways, so just keep in mind when we're going through the video that there is constant balancing going on with the Age of Calamitous mod. So, you know, some of these prices might change. There might be a couple things maybe added in. I'll mention a couple things that I think may get added in the future as we go through the video when we get to those items. But just keep that in mind. But for more or less the items that are in there, what they are, most of it should stay about the same. Or at least the vendor is where she is, so that will help answer a lot of questions. And as far as how to get loyalty tokens, all that really hasn't changed. So that will still be applicable no matter when you watch. So let's take a look at it. Okay, so first things first, loyalty tokens. What are they? How do you get them? Whatever. So loyalty tokens are, let me type it in. So loyalty, go to the other tab. There's your loyalty token. So loyalty tokens are an admin spawned in item only. It is a way for admins of servers to reward loyalty. Whether it's, you know, thank you for logging into the server, thank you for coming back after a fresh wipe, thank you for doing this, doing a moderating or helping somebody out or what. It doesn't really matter. Whatever you want to do, it's your server, your rules. You can use it for anything. But it's an admin only. You can't. There's nothing in the world you can go to that to kill or skin or mine that will give you these tokens. So in a normal server with Age of Calamitous, you can just come here as an admin. You can spawn in however many you want. You give it to players for whatever task you deem necessary. Now, just a suggestion. I also run the Pippi mod with Age of Calamitous. They work very well together. And one thing I do on my server is I do a daily reward. So I make a kit called Daily Reward, and what I do is they can redeem it once every day. And you can change this. You can make this, once every 5 minutes. I don't know why you would do that, but and what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna make this once every second, just for the sake of the video. And then I'm gonna make it for everybody. And what I do for me is I go, okay, you redeem this, you get 100% chance of getting one. You have a 50% chance of getting a second one, and you have a 20% chance of getting the third one. Or another one, I should say. I should say second or third, because you might get this one and not this one. But either way, so you can get up to 3. Now, that's how I run it on my server for mine. You can run it however you want. You can do 1 a day, 2 a day, 15 a day. It doesn't really matter. So in this instance, what my people would do is they would... Oh, I need to enable something. 1 second. Okay, so basically what would happen is... I had to open up the chat window to actually test this. So people on my server, they would just come in here, they would type kit, and I have it spammed everywhere. Not spammed, but I have posts everywhere. Hey, there's a daily reward. Make sure you claim it. And then you'd see this. It shows them what they can possibly get. And you just hit purchase. And now I already did this in one of my previous takes, and I'm not going to reset it. But what it would do is it would just give you 1, 2, or 3 tokens, and then it would say this. So when you try it again, it would say, hey, if you have it set for once every day, it would say you have 23 hours, 58 minutes. So it is a 24-hour period. It's not like, hey, log in today, and then 6 hours, it's 11 o'clock at night, and then all of a sudden you log in at 1 a.m., and now you can get another one. It's actually based on 24 hours. So you can set it however you want. It doesn't really matter. But that's one way you can do it. Just a suggestion. Whatever. Okay, so as far as where the loyalty vendor is, I am at New Asgarth right now in the north. I'll show on the map in a minute. So we're going to run towards the entrance to New Asgarth. I'm cloaked, so they're not going to chase me, and we're not going to go inside. We're going to stay outside. You take a left. You see this nice little hut. Be careful, because there's thralls in there. Outside, be careful. There's more thralls out here. So, but we see right here, there's a loyalty vendor. I'm going to hit M on the map. So basically what you're looking at is the bottom right of New Asgarth. New Asgarth's, actually let me zoom out for people that don't actually know this area. It's right here. It's this little circle in the middle of the green zone. Well, not the middle of the green zone, but here. And then the bottom right of it, you see these little circles. There's the hut on the right side, hut on the left. She's right in front of the hut and left. So bottom right if you're looking at it, but the left side if you're, that's the main gate right there. So if you're running at the main gate, left side. Now, one thing to note, I have seen a bunch of people saying, oh, I'm going there, loyalty vendor's not there. My suggestion, and this is going to be my suggestion probably for the next couple of videos, especially when there's new updates and stuff like that, not everything's in line. There are some other mods that can create conflicts, and some mods that actually can let some of your players actually delete the loyalty vendor. So just be careful. She should be there. You can respawn her, so she won't automatically respawn, but you can go into your admin panel and you can... There's a loyalty vendor item that you can put in place. So if for some reason it got deleted or whatever. But just keep that in mind. But this is where she is. I'm in single player right now for sake of the video. But I also, like I said, run a multiplayer server. And all my players on that server have been using her. So she's there. Now, as far as what she has. Go into her. As you can see, those are 2 tokens I got from when I did the kit. These are what loyalty tokens look like, though. I just happen to spawn in 10,000 of them because I'm rich and I'm super loyal. But these are the items she has. So she has some heirloom repair kits, and we're going to go over what all this stuff is. She has a stack of 1, 5, and 10. There's a decoration, the Majestic Golden Lion, Vashiri, another decoration, not an actual life pet, just decoration. Pickaxe, ruby, one-handed sword, some backpacks, small, medium, large, a first Garth, and then a bunch of dies. Now these are the faction dies. So, and like I said, we'll go more into this in a minute. So let's take a look at this stuff. Okay, so here we go. I just set this little thing up just to demonstrate a little bit. So that's a nice vault. All right, so the first thing we'll go through is let's do the decorations first. So the golden line, if you want to take a look at the golden line, that it's like I said, it's a pure decoration. It's a statue. It goes for 10 loyalty tokens, and again, these prices could change, but currently at the time of filming this video, this is 10 loyalty tokens. So it's a nice decoration. I can definitely see a couple builds where it actually makes sense, and actually would look really, really good. So it really depends. The next decoration we'll look at is Vashiri. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Again, this is also 10 loyalty tokens. Really, really cool, kind of scary looking pet decoration. It's literally just decoration, so it's not like an actual animal that you can move around with you and follow you. So, but pretty cool. So then we have the dies. As far as the dies, you have Honor Hill Gold and Red. You have Arkenvale Teal, Cold Embrace Black, Elven Purple, Felgarth Gray, Stormhold Blue and White, and Vangul Brown. So I figured, why don't we show them off in case you have never seen them before. So, and I like these 2 armors. The reason I picked them is if you watched a couple of my other faction showcases, I picked these armors because these armors actually have a pretty good variety of different materials: metals, leathers, fur, some more leather and stuff like that. And then that one's kind of like silk and cloth and some metal. So you can kind of see it really good. So we'll just do, I'll go down the line and then I'll go down the line on that one. That was probably very dizzying. So this one is going to be the Honor Hill Gold, as you can see. It actually works really, really good on the fur. I use this sometimes, and if you're trying to go for gold, it actually does really, on most metals, it does really well as far as making it look gold. The Honor Hill Red. It's a little darker of a red. Definitely nice, though. It's a little brighter than the normal red that comes with the game. This would be the Arkenvale Teal. This is actually one of my favorite colors to use as an accent piece. There's some cloth armors it looks really, really cool on. When we see the other armor on the females, you'll see how bright it is. But it's a really, really cool color. It's one of my favorites. Cold Embrace Black, which comes more off like a purple-blue than it does a black. The helmet looks black, but still nice, really good. It's kind of matches the flame that they get. Elven Purple, as you can see, purple. But it's really good on the fur again. A lot of these are actually really, really good on furs more than anything, but leather too. This would be the Felgarth Gray, just a gray. I do like it though. It's kind of a clean gray, and it's kind of nice to use the grays instead of like tans on stuff. So, Stormhold Blue, nice. Stormhold White. Between Stormhold White and the Crystal White, Stormhold White you get from the loyalty vendor. Crystal White you can actually craft. The whites are awesome. Like, I use the whites more than in almost every armor set, so I love the whites. And then Van Gogh brown, which is brown. And again, it can look really good. I like the brown that it gives the fur more than the brown, the natural brown the fur is. So let's go take a look at this one. So again, Honor Hill Gold, Honor Hill Red, or Honor Hill, Arkenvale Teal, Cold Embrace Black, Elven Purple, Belgarth Gray, Stormhold Blue, Stormhold White, and Van Gogh Brown. So again, looks pretty good. You can see it on the metals. Pretty shiny. Works pretty good on silk. Nice outfits. All right. And as far as the dies are 1 loyalty token. And when you actually get them, you actually get a stack of 25. So it's not 1 for 1, because that would be kind of cheesy. So you do get, at least currently, you get, for 1 token, you get a stack of 25 of whatever die you pick. So it is kind of nice. You could definitely do a full set of armor with that 25. It'll fill up all the slots. So as far as I know, all the armors, I don't think any armor has more than 25 die slots. Could be wrong, though. You never know. All right, so let's look at the next item. So we have the first Garth. So what the first Garth does, it has 2,000 durability, and these things break down really slowly. All it does, and it has an armor value of 32, but the main thing it does is it gives you cold resistance, and it's a head slot. So, and as you can see when you add it on, it actually adds the scarf. The nice thing is it gives 4 points into cold resistance, which is the equivalent of if you use the veneer fur armor, which is one of the better, if not it's one of the best cold resistant armors that you'd have to use if you're going to like the frozen the ice temple. You can actually use this actually has the same cold protection as 4 pieces of that armor, which is kind of nice because you can maybe craft like gloves that have cold resistance, and you'd have the full 5 bars, and then you can just wear whatever else armor you want, so you're not always stuck wearing the same like 2 sets of armor when you go to the Frost Temple and stuff like that. So it is really cool. It gives cold resistance. It's really good, especially early game. The scarf itself only costs, well, not only, but it's 10 honor token or loyalty tokens, so it's not that bad. And it's pretty good depending on the server. I mean, some servers I've seen kind of make you wait like weeks for a token, which is fine. Totally, it just depends on the server and what type of server it is. So, but a lot of servers I've seen do actually do it pretty fast. But again, it's really up to your admin. So next thing we have is my favorite personal item, the items I always go for first more than anything. And that is the backpacks. Small, medium, large. So again, it goes in your head slot, even though it's a backpack, but I get why. And it goes on your back. You can see, spinner, there we go. So it shows up on your back. Pretty cool. 0 armor value, so you get nothing armor value out of it. You get no heat no protection out of it. 1,500 durability, kind of nice. 0 weight, which is also really nice. Now, what this does is, which one we put on small? Go to attributes. I know my stats. Ignore these. These are what I'm getting from the armor I'm currently wearing. But right here, plus 10 encumbrance. Awesome. So we go to the next one. Plus 20 encumbrance. Go to the next one. Plus 30 encumbrance. Now, obviously, my stats are maxed. Main reason is because I was filming another video, and I needed max stats for that video. But it doesn't really matter. You get the point. So the cool thing is 1, 2, 3. You only have to technically get, if you have the large backpack, you only have to put enough points to get here, and this backpack would get you full encumbrance. So it gives you the full 30 points. So it's pretty sweet. I usually carry it as an extra item. I wear my full armor, and then once I start like getting lots of mats from killing things or whatever I'm doing, I'll pop it on. Or if I'm doing like a resource grinding, it's a really, really cool item, especially early game. If you can get this thing early game, so the small one, which gives plus 10, which is, again, it's still huge. That's a huge encumbrance boost. The small one is 5 loyalty tokens. The medium one is 10, and the large is 15. Again, this could change. But as of right now, and for a while, it's been like that. So just keep that in mind that it could change. So definitely check before you like save up and go over there all excited. But they are really, really good, especially early game, because it save you from putting points into encumbrance, and you can put it into strength, vitality, whatever you're going to put it into, so you can do more damage or survive longer. and then you can use the backpack. Because I definitely would say, like, the points you could save put into Vitality would compensate for the armor loss of not wearing a helmet. So just keep that in mind. All right, so then next thing we'll go over the Heirloom Repair Kit. So as far as the Heirloom Repair Kit, it is the top tier repair kit. It is a tier 9 repair kit, which means it can repair pretty much anything that can be repaired, and it will repair it fully. So you need a tier 9 repair kit. There's been a recent modification to the way repair kits work, and the amount of repair kits there are. So this one is a weapon repair kit. Keep an eye on the future. I really wouldn't be surprised if in the future they actually do add the heirloom armor repair kit. This one will only do weapons and tools. So keep an eye on that for it. But if they do add the armor one, it's going to apply the same. It's just instead of tools and weapons, it's going to apply to armors. So, but any of the tier 9 or end game, pretty much the biggest stuff in the Age of Calamitous, you'll need this repair kit to repair it. So it's really, really nice. Like I said, let's see. So this is a Crescent Pickaxe, basically the highest tier pickaxe you can get in the game. I hit the durability just a little bit, but normal. If this one you couldn't use this, I drag it on and say can't be used. So we drag it on, boom, there you go, and we're back full. Now obviously there wasn't much, but it will fill it up to its max. So just keep that in mind. So as far as the Heirloom Repair Kits, right now, they are three. For 1, it's 3 loyalty tokens. For 5, it's 7 loyalty tokens, and for 10, it's 10 loyalty tokens. I would not be surprised if that gets rebalanced. So again, take a look at the price. I'm probably gonna beat this to a dead horse. Maybe if that's the saying, but that's pretty over. It's pretty OP. Especially with all the additions of the new repair kits. So I wouldn't be surprised if that gets rebalanced a little bit in how much it costs. But you never know. So as of right now, that's what it is. So the next item is we're going to do the Tempest Ring. Take a quick look at it first. So this is a weapon you can get. The Tempest Ring goes for 20 loyalty tokens. It's a one-handed sword. Take a quick look at it. Let's see. It's pretty cool. It kind of glows in the darkish. It's got like a yellow glow around it, so it's kind of nice. I like the design of the blade, and the hilt's kind of cool too. So, pretty interesting sword. And this goes for 20 loyalty tokens. It does 70 damage, 18% armor penetration. It has 3,000 durability. So, oops, wrong buttons. There we go. If you're wondering, actually, gotta unequip it. If you're wondering, okay, well, how's that stack up? Well, let's take a look. So, 70 health damage, 18% armor pen. Let's take the Flawless Star Metal Sword. A pretty high quality, end game vanilla sword. I mean, obviously it's not a legendary sword, but whatever. It'll give you an idea. 48-8. So, more armor pen, more damage. So, let's look at some of the Age of Calamitous, just stuff you can craft by leveling. Let's look at the Ovarian Metal Sword, 69-22. So it does a little more damage, but it doesn't do as much armor pen. So you can kind of say it's equal to the Ovarian. And then the Crescent does 71-22. So I would say you can say, depending on what you're doing, if you want the 1 point of damage over I would honestly probably I would say it's less than the Ovarian Metal Sword, which we can take a look where we get that at. So a Ovarian Metal Sword you get at level 70 currently. So I'd say it's somewhere between anything before. If you get that sword anytime before level 70, there's a good chance that it's probably gonna be one of the better weapons you have. I mean, obviously there might be some legendary vanilla weapons that could definitely give it a run for its money. But as far as one-handed swords, it's definitely up there. So it'd be definitely worth getting early game. And for 20 loyalty tokens, depending on your server, not bad. Okay, last but not least, we have the Ruby Pickaxe. So this one's had some changes, and again, don't really know if it's going to be rebalanced a little bit more, but the Ruby Pickaxe itself is a harvesting tool. It's an heirloom one, and it has, well, we'll go over stats in a minute. So the Ruby Pickaxe, this used to be my favorite weapon to get item to get right off the bat. Depending on how you're playing the game, maybe you want to get this before the backpack. I personally like to say, get this after the backpack, maybe even after the sword, depending on how many points you can get on your server. It really, again, it just really depends on gameplay and what type of server you're on too. If you need to do a lot of early building, then maybe get this first. So, it is a pickaxe. We'll hit 38, 36, 19. Now, my settings on this server right now are vanilla. However, I do have the attribute points into survival that gives, where is it? Right here. Hard worker, you harvest resource nodes twice as fast. So I'm probably getting a little bit more than you normally would on the nodes, but either way, it's 1 times on this server, so this is roughly. So we're looking at 38, 38, 18 for low, 38, 36, mostly 38s, and I think it crits for more. Nope, 38. So, how does that stack up amongst the other ones? Well, let's take the Crescent one. Stone. Let's go over here. And we're getting 30, 32, 15. So it looks like 32 is our max, 15 is our low. But we're mostly getting 32s and 30s. So the Ruby is definitely better than the Crescent one. Now let's look at the Varium, right? Yeah, Varian. And we're getting 42, 42, 20. So the Ruby pickaxe is definitely in between these two. We'll take a look at them. So we got Crescent and Varian, whatever. And let's see, Crescent right here. So 85. So it's better than the one you get at 85, and not as good as the one you get at 95. So you can roughly place it between 85 and 95 as far as value, as far as value. Now, the one thing to take in consideration that might change your mind in that aspect is, so the Crescent Pickaxe, of course I used it, so it's got some damage. I think it's 1100. I'm pretty sure it's 1100 durability. The Varian one is 1350, and the Ruby Pickaxe is 5000. So, I mean, you're talking about pretty much 5 times the durability of this one, and I don't know, 4.5 times the durability. I'm not going to do the math. We'll just say 4.5 for laughs, times the durability. So that's 2 things that give it a massive advantage. Is even though it's not going to get you much more mats than this, you're going to be repairing it less often. So depending on how often you can get yourself an Heirloom Repair Kit or whatever repair kit would actually repair this, whichever lower level one will do that. Actually, it's an heirloom item, so it's going to require an Heirloom Repair Kit. So depending on your ability to get these, might depend on if you want to use these or these. Or repair all these actually, so we can look at the so it's 1020 max and 1320 versus 5000. So early game it's actually really nice because it does take a very long time to break. I mean, you could probably use this for the first 40 levels. If you got this within the first 10 levels of the game, you could probably use it for the next 40 levels and it probably not even break, depending on how much building you're doing, obviously. Okay, so that was a look at the loyalty tokens, loyalty vendors, and loyalty items for the Age of Calamitous mod for Conan Exiles. Hope it helped out. Like I said, I've seen a lot of questions being like, where's the loyalty vendor? So I'm pretty sure that this part's going to help out. If you guys enjoyed the video, hit the subscribe button. It'll let you know when the future videos are out. We do have a couple more coming that I've seen a lot of questions being asked for, whether it's in Discords or wherever else, in YouTube comments and all that stuff. So we got a bunch more coming out. Keep an eye out for those. Also, if you did enjoy the video, hit the like button. It helps the channel out greatly. Helps me know what type of video you all like. And also, helps me put out more videos. If you have any questions or comments, if there's anything I was kind of confusing on, or any suggestions for future videos, feel free to leave it in the comment section. I do check all the comments. I try to respond to all of them best I can. I think I do a decent job. And I appreciate it. I also stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/RagnarrockLive, and we have an amazing Discord community. Links for both of those are in the description below, so check those out. Also, if you have any questions about anything Age of Calamitous specific, we do have a link to the content guide in the description below. That's kind of the guide that the Age of Calamitous devs put out with a lot of information. I use a lot of it for the videos, and it's a lot of stuff that people don't really know. But give it a read through. It's not that long, and it has a lot of really good stuff in there that people miss all the time and ask quite often. Otherwise, keep an eye out for the videos. And I'll see you guys all next time. And as always, fear the reckoning.